Peel it, stick it, slay it. Wallpaper hacks for home decor. In this video, I'm taking simple peel and stick wallpaper and turn it into stunning home decor. For this project, I needed storage bins, so I headed to Dollar Tree. Now I know they're pretty flimsy, but I had an idea on how to change them up to make them sturdy and altogether give them a different appearance so that they could go with my home decor. Now one thing I can say about these bins is that they are large and you can store plenty of items in them. Now for this insert, yikes, we need to do something about this. It is super thin and super flimsy, but we're going to fix that in a moment. I'm going to use some ready board from Dollar Tree to make this bin sturdy. So I'm going to start first with the front side of the bin by cutting out a piece of board to fit the front panel. I'm going to trace out the front of the bin onto the foam board. So now that I've cut my piece of board, I'm just making sure that it'll fit perfectly on my front panel. And now for the bottom insert, I'm going to also trace out another piece of board for it and cut that out as well. Next, I'm going to take my hot glue and I'm just going to put some on the bottom of the insert and then place my board on top. Now this will make my bottom bin nice and sturdy. I'll be using this faux wood contact paper to cover the front panel. Next, I'm going to cut a piece of contact paper to fit my board. Basically, all I'm going to do is trace around the board. However, I am going to leave about ½ an inch, give or take. And now I'm applying the contact paper over the board using a squeegee to make sure it adheres evenly. And here I'm just showing you how I cut the corners. That way, whenever I fold the contact paper, it'll fold nice and neatly. So now I'm ready to attach the foam board to the front panel of my storage bin. So I'm just going to add some hot glue to the front and then just place my board over it. This size of bins normally run about $9 and change at Walmart. So this is a very cheap alternative. Now that I've attached the front foam panel, my storage bin is much sturdier. For just $1.25, you can transform several of these bins and make them more sturdy. So this is what I'm going to do with the rest of the other bins that I purchased. I wanted to give my storage bins a high-end look, so I decided to use these handles that I had left over from a previous project. They do come with screws, but I couldn't use them for this project because they were too long for the foam board. So I opt to just use super glue and hot glue to attach them to the front panels. And here I'm just taking you up close just so you could see the hot glue and the super glue underneath. And surprisingly, they held up really well. Lastly, I'm going to insert the bottom insert. Now this will give it the complete sturdiness that I'm looking for. For now, I'm using them in the storage cubicles. You can hide your remote control, your game controllers, really anything that you don't want anybody to see. Does your bathroom have a huge mirror like this one and you just don't like it anymore? I'm going to share with you a quick and easy DIY that can transform this mirror from this to this. Since I wanted this to be a quick and easy transformation, I decided just to go ahead and cover up the mirror. I could not take the mirror down because, for one, it's too heavy, and frankly I was scared that I would break it. So I decided to get some contact paper or wallpaper and just cover the mirror up with that. So I went ahead and I measured my mirror, and then I started cutting the strips that I was going to need. And after putting a few strips down, this is how my mirror is looking so far. To be honest, I really would have loved to use real wood, but at this point I felt this was the easiest and fastest way that I could achieve a different look for my bathroom mirror. It was easy to join the pieces together. I just made sure that both sides aligned. I also used a squeegee to smooth out the wallpaper. Once I was done putting down the contact paper, this is how it turned out so far. I added these round mirrors I purchased on Amazon. If you're interested in them, I will link them on my Amazon store. The link will be on the description box. This is a quick fix and is rental friendly. Let me know what you think of this DIY. I'm going to transform this old painting I thrifted. It doesn't go with my home decor, so I'm going to flip it by using some wallpaper. And I purchased this on Amazon. I'll go ahead and link it down below in case you're interested. I'll only be using the frame and 2 foam boards, some acrylic paint in white and granite gray. Okay, so I'm going to start by turning the frame over and removing the brackets that are placed in the back that actually holds the painting. Next, I'm going to be joining the 2 foam boards together, and I'm going to be using some clear tape for that. Next, I'm going to use the painting insert as a template and outline the edges onto my foam boards. I'm going to cut the outline using my box cutter. And here I'm just going to try out the foam just to make sure that it does fit inside the frame. And it did. It fit perfectly. I'm going to cover the foam board with the contact paper. Once I place the contact paper over the foam, I start to smooth it out until I'm completely done. And then I'll just fold the edges over to the back side. Next, I'm going to start painting the frame, and I'll be giving it 1 coat of the granite gray acrylic paint. And then once I'm done, I'm going to set it aside and let it dry. And then I'm going to go in with some white acrylic paint and just dry brush it. Some of you have probably seen me do this a lot of times, but this technique is where you barely get any paint on your brush and then you lightly brush it on. And this is how it turned out. Okay, so now it's time to insert my foam board, and I'm going to turn my frame over and then just place it inside the frame. Next, I'll be using some more of that clear tape just to keep the foam board from falling out, because I don't want to permanently keep it into the frame. That's why I'm going to be using some tape. And this is how the front side looks. Here's the finished project. I added a wreath to complete the look. Let me know what you think of this flip. You guys, next time you're at Dollar Tree, pick up 2 of these wooden pallets. I'm going to show you a clever DIY and how to use them. Take some white acrylic paint and paint both sides. And they should look like this when you're done. Next, take 2 of these Dollar Tree wood planks and paint them also with some white acrylic paint. Next, use some Dollar Tree wallpaper to cover the top of your wood plank. Next, you're going to take your wood plank and you're going to place it in the palette as I'm showing you right there. You're going to use some wood glue and hot glue. Finish it off by adding the second plank. And now you have a 2-shelf organizer. next time you're at Dollar Tree, grab one of these easels. And also get one of these peel and stick wallpapers. I absolutely love this one. It's new at Dollar Tree. I'm going to be using some of this white apple barrel acrylic paint, and what I'm going to do is paint the legs on the easel and also around the sides. From this tumbling game, I'm going to use 4 blocks. Using some hot glue, I'm going to glue 2 together, and then I'm going to repeat the same process to the other 2. Next, I'm going to take some wood glue and I'm going to glue the sets together like I'm showing you there. Next, I'm going to paint it with some white acrylic paint once the glue has hardened. Next, I'm going to apply a piece of wallpaper to the front of the easel. Then I'm going to take that piece of wood and I'm going to super glue it to the front of the easel. And now I have a really pretty phone stand. For this project, I'll be using 2 of these long cylinder style gift boxes. Dollar Tree has new peel and stick wallpaper. I'm going to use this one here for my project. I really love these gold leaves. They look so pretty and so classy. I will also need a pack of removable picture strips and 1 push light. I'm going to start by removing the lid and remove the center portion of the lid using a box cutter. Next, I'm going to apply some hot glue around the bottom portion of the lid and place it back on the cylinder box. Next, I'm going to apply the peel and stick wallpaper around my box. I trimmed off the excess paper and then I smoothed it down. I'll also be adding this push light. It takes 3 AA batteries. It comes with a stick-on tab. I'm going to place it inside my box as I'm showing you there. I'm going to press it down to make sure that the tab adheres well. This is what it looks like with the light on. I'm going to use 1 set of the removable picture strip and place it along the side of the box. In case you haven't guessed, I created a lighted sconce. But I'm not finished yet. For the second box, I followed the same steps as the first. But for this one, I'm creating a wall vase. So I'm going to add a piece of pool noodle to act as a floral foam. Then I'm going to add some moss. And then some spring florals from Dollar Tree. Last but not least, I don't have a video on this, but I did want to film this just to show you. I transformed a plain white bookcase that I had into this. I simply painted it and then I added wallpaper to the back wall. And this is how it turned out. Thanks for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed all the projects I shared with you. You have yourself a blessed day and I will see you on my next video. So bye-bye and God bless.